Hey guys! Because of the very great feedback I've got for the two videos with demo plays for Dungeon Universalis, I've decided to make a complete series of learning how to play Dungeon Universalis, and I will try to give you some tips and some advice and advertisement for the game for sure. I will try to start with a video to tell you how to move, how to do the actions, how to tell about the sizes of the miniatures. Then we'll go over to with the video to the melee combat, then another one for the ranged combat, for the magic combat, and after that we have a look at the damage system. So it will follow the rule book, but I'll try to improve it a little bit to give more outlook to other chapters of the book, to make it more complete, to tell you why this is important to do this and this, and so it will be a better picture of all. That's what I want to try to do. And so this is kind of intro. So I want to introduce myself. My name is Ronald. I'm 38 years old. I've played in my youth Hero Quest with a passion with my friends, and after that we went over to play role-playing games like Shadowrun and The Dark Eye, Das Schwarze Auge auf Deutsch, because I'm from Germany. And we've played that for several years, and then there was a cut with this. I've stopped to play board games and role-playing games. Just went over to play video games like all the other nerds. Played a lot online, but not MMORPGs or something. I have almost none experience with that. I also didn't play much offline RPGs, so I was more focused on action games, first-person shooters, and third-person action games. But last year I started to stop that from one day to another and changed over to become a board game player. I'm not really sure how this could happen, but it happened. I've absolutely stopped to play video games on that day. And so I began to play board games with several groups of friends that are playing. Almost every time we are playing cooperative games. I've played a lot of Descent 2. I've played it mostly solo, because on 6 days a week I'm playing solo at home, and one day is reserved for the group play. So I've a lot of experience in Descent 2. I've played a lot of the Dungeons & Dragons adventure system board games. I've played a lot of Sword and Sorcery, the base game, not the expansions. With my friends we played some months of Gloomhaven, which is not a favorite game of me anymore. And and other titles we or I have been played a lot are Nemesis, Mage Knight. But I also played it solo, and Eldritch Horror is one of my favorite games. And in contrast to that, I'm playing. I love to play Terraforming Mars. That's about me. I'm not a professional Dungeon Universalis player. I'm just a player like you, with a lot of passion for it. I've done a lot of stuff for playing done. I've uploaded them to Board Game Geeks. I've made a dungeon map generator, randomized. I've made some character sheets, some enemy sheets for effective values. Because I'm playing solo, it's much easier for me to handle the many different characters in the game. And I've made a lot of tables and guides for easier reading. If you want to fight against larger, huge creatures, to have all the rules for that in one place and not have to read all chapters of the rule book, which is great in fact. But we definitely need a reference rule book for done, and where you just say, oh, I want to know everything about shield, so I go to shield, and then there's everything related to shields, and you don't have to check the melee chapter, you don't have to check the range chapter, the magic chapter, if there are any points, or any paragraphs about shields. So, okay, that's it. So I'm not a professional player. I absolutely will do mistakes. That will happen often in Dungeon, in my Dungeon Universalis, in my experience. If I do so, please leave a comment, and I will try to comment it, and we can discuss it, or to say, hey, you're absolutely right, I've made a mistake. And if you're a German viewer, I've already done some videos in German, and I think I will do some more in German. They are much easier to to comprehend. They are much funnier to hear, because English is not my first language, as you can hear. And I will tell you a lot of more funny stuff there, but I try to do my best to make it here a kind of pleasure to look the videos and to try to teach you, and make the game work for you. And let's see. If you have any topics you want to see, if you have any suggestions, or any comments in any way, any critics, please leave a comment, and let's get in discussion. And I hope you will enjoy the game, or you will be so nosy that you that you want to have the game. There will be a Kickstarter for a reprint in October 2020, if everything works fine. And I want to say thanks again so much to Ludwig Dragon, the creator of Dungeon Universalis, for creating this absolutely great game. It's my favorite game after all, and I don't have that much experience. I don't have seen or played so many games, but this is just a dream coming true for me, because of the background of HeroQuest. I love to play in the 90s. And so let's start with the first video, with the first chapter, and let's see how that game works.